while you were gone, I had some of my men in the forward observation post, and then he sort of grimaces and says, "There's an entire column of mechanized infantry moving up through the city, straight towards us." I think they were waiting for the artillery fire. I think they're going to try and flank our men and clear up anybody that survives that bombardment. I don't think they know we're here.
Good. We'll give them a surprise.
He just nods and says, "This whole damn thing was a trap. You realize that, Fit? They drew us in. They knew what we were going to do. Emperor damn them."
Yes, and damn the brass for being so fetting full of themselves.
So he just sort of, nods solemnly and says, "I've got to go clear those tracks if we're going to get out of here at any time. I suggest you and you get some rest. It's going to be a few hours before that column of mechanized infantry shows up. But when they do, we're going to be in for the fight of our lives."
I will. Thank you, Alice.
Okay, so he just nods and starts walking off to organize his men. So, does everybody understand the situation?
We're fucked, basically.
The guys that went north, like the other regiments, are now trapped behind a huge firestorm of artillery that is penning them in against enemy emplacements, and it's slowly advancing by a few meters every hour until it's going to completely engulf them. So it looks like this was all planned, and that the chaos that you guys believed was happening was just a trick by the enemy, and that they were using the conscripts and stuff to lure you guys in. And you guys are the only ones that could possibly do anything about it.
Yay, player characters!
So we're gonna go take out the guns.
Oh yeah.
It's a good idea that it's a good possibility that the maglev system goes all the way up to those artillery emplacements. And if you could take them out, you could save your regiment and 8 other regiments from certain death, basically.
We're gonna be heroes, baby.
It's dark in there.
Fat.
So
Don't you
I'll just walk, and the rest of you take the maglev, and I'll meet you there.
You'll walk through the artillery bombardment.
I'm a good walker.
But don't you want a medal? A shiny medal?
The train probably has lights on it, Fef.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah.
But first you guys have to survive an entire regiment of mechanized infantry coming your way.
Yay.
Bring it on.
I mean, we could just leave.
You
takes ages.
You could leave now, but by the time you got there, the mechanized infantry will probably come up behind your guys and start destroying them.
Yeah. We need to, destroy them, delay them as much as possible before we move on. Cripple them as much as we can before we can move on and save the day.
I do like crippling.
I also forgot to mention, because this actually answers your question, it's an important part of the narrative. Just after Ellis was managed to get through to Rankar and tell him about the missing shells and all that stuff, about an hour or two later, Vox communications began to get jammed. Alright.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah, so like I said, it looks like they planned all this to trap your regiments and destroy them wholesale, even if it means destroying half of Gebesa in the process through artillery fire.
So they're doing the good old Death Corps of Krieg strategy, where they destroy themselves.
Yep. It seems they're determined to wipe out your entire, expedition, rather than let you into hegemony territory.
It'll take a good few years to bring more troops here and train more troops. So
yeah, plus
Makes
you're like 25% of the crusade, so you'd lose 25% of their men straight away. in one giant bottle.
Must have one hell of a general.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Stalingrad of this crusade, I guess. Alright, so you guys have planned out to some degree where your mines and everything are going to be. The defenses as they stand. Let me see. Let me get this set up. Okay. So on the battle map, you guys can all see it now, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, all of your guys should be like arrayed out there somewhere. Oops, I destroyed something. Alright, and one of your guys died in the tunnels. So that goes there, right? So, if you guys want to reposition any of the troops or wherever you guys want to be, now would be a good time to decide to do it.
The linemen are fine where they are. Yeah, Boomer is fine there. Central position, always good.
Maybe we should get some people in like these buildings off to the sides.
Yeah, it's a possibility. You can also hide behind the giant statues of like Space Marines or whatever you want to do as well.
How about we explode them and lay them on their sides?
Heresy?
Heresy? Yeah.
The Emperor loves me, so I'm going to go down to his statue.
There I am.
Could I just set up the mortar and then take a covered position somewhere?
Yeah, you just need to tell me where the mortar is aiming. Bear in mind, it can fire a max of, what is it, like 200 or 250?
200?
So just bear that in mind when you're like telling me where it's aiming. It can go like almost clean across the map, really.
I'll stay behind the sandbag.
Yeah, it can pretty much go anywhere.
Well, we can say straight down the middle, I guess. I don't know where they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have heavy weapons besides the mortar?
No.
No other squad has heavy weapons. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, well, they have like their grenade launchers and everything that are normal for grenadiers. Like, Alice's squad has 2 grenade launchers, if you know what I mean.
Like we do. But they don't have a dedicated heavy weapons guy.
No.
Okay. Neither does the line infantry.
Nope. Line infantry just have the good old las pistol, chainsword for the sergeant, and then you know, las the M36 las rifle for everybody else, and they got a few grenades and everything else.
I just realized I'm on Parax's side of the map. Good.
Alice, I guess, will be down here. What doesn't matter.
I'm set.
All right, everybody in the position they want to be in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta finish
I think-
the tree out.
I think maybe we should put 1 or 2 more of the grenades in front of where the entrance to the underground railway might be, just in case they're going to go check that out as a way of.
It's collapsed.
Yeah, I know, but they don't know it's collapsed, so they might go there to see if there's a way down to screw us, and then get exploded by frag grenades.
Do you have more frag grenades?
I was meaning repositioning.
You mean to move in some of the mines? Yeah, you can do that if you want.
I don't know.
It's
your
this
call.
building, right?
Yep.
Put these two
Alright.
in there.
You put it right at the entrance to the...
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else anyone wants to do, or has any suggestions? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So the day drags on as you all, like, stand in the bunkers or on the replacements, completely out of tension, waiting for the enemy force to arrive. And, you know, it drags on for hours, and, you know, the tension is pretty high, and, you know, Voxbox turns to you, Piker, inside the bunker, and he just sort of, like, grimaces and says, I got about 4 hours sleep last night, how about you?
2.
He just sort of grins and says, looks like I win again then.
As always.
He just sort of, like, looks at the scars and the bandages around your head, and he says, are you going to be able to shoot straight with those things on?
I still have one good eye.
He just laughs and says, that's all you need. And he just looks at you grimly and says, don't worry if it blow you up and your intestines are all over the floor. I'll give you the Emperor's mercy before I run away.
Good.
And he just sort of laughs and says, I expect you to do the same, you damn lazy bastard.
Well, we'll see.
He just sort of grins and looks back out, you know, with his last rifle getting ready to shoot anything that comes. So Easy just sort of looks at you, Fett, and goes, I'm scared, Fett.
Don't worry, Mr. Easy. I won't let anything happen to you.
He just sort of smiles and says, you're like a tank yourself, Fett, but they've got real tanks.
The Emperor doesn't love their tanks, though. The Emperor loves me.
So he just sort of smiles and like grips his las rifle a bit tighter and says, that's true, he does love you. And he just sort of smiles and says, maybe he'll love me too, and he looks on grimly.
Yeah, Fett just smiles. Did we get back a hit point from
Yeah, you
a
would
day
have,
of
yeah.
rest?
Everybody would have. So if you're down a hit point, give yourself 1 hit point. Alright. So Crater just sort of looks at you, Boomer, and says, we aimed the mortar best we could. Maybe for once we'll actually get to fire the damn thing on full volley and see what it looks like.
Yeah, you want to do the honors?
He just sort of smiles and says, oh boy do I want to do those honors.
I'll see what I can do.
And he just looks at you and says, well, I mean, if we die here, at least we saw the biggest shit show in the galaxy. And he sort of points to the artillery in the distance, just like crater in the city ahead of you, and says, man, what I wouldn't give to be firing one of those things.
I know, right? Well, maybe. I mean, we're gonna head up there, so...
He just,
Who
he just sort of smiles and says, I guess we'll just kill who's firing it now and use it ourselves.
Exactly.
And he looks grimly and sort of cackles a bit and says, but first we've got to kill ourselves a bunch of tanks.
Yep, and stay focused.
So Angel just sort of looks at you, Locke, and says, we set up a triage room in the back, Corporal. When the wounded start flowing in, we should probably retreat and help anyone we can.
I agree. It's good work, Angel.
She just sort of nods and says, I know you and I haven't seen eye to eye in quite some time, but despite your personality, she sort of looks at you with a bit of distaste, you're a fine medico.
I smile grimly and say, I am, yes.
She just sort of scoffs and says, still as arrogant as ever though.
Would we have it any other way?
She just sort of looks on and says, I suppose it doesn't matter anymore.
We'll make it through this.
And then she sort of looks at you and says, you and I both know we're not all going to make it through this.
Well, we have our orders.
She just sort of like stops talking and just sort of mumbles under her breath, yeah, orders. And then she just doesn't talk anymore. So Sentinel turns back to you, still like shouting orders over the box, and sort of turns to you and says, "Everything's set up as best we can make it, Sergeant. Do you think it's enough?"
Emperor willing, it will.
And he just sort of looks on and says, "Well, at least Captain Rankar knows about the artillery, but I think it's a bit late now." And he sort of looks off at like the firestorm in the distance and says, "We have, even if we can't hold them, sir, some of us have to make it to the Maglev line and get up there and stop that bombardment as best we can."
Yep.
He just sort
I
of looks
say as I take out a low stick and offer him the pack.
He just sort of takes one and says, "You know, I never smoked one of these before, but now seems like a fairly good time." The Emperor looks down on people who partake of addiction, though.
And he looks down further upon those who refuse a gift of a fellow friend.
So he just sort of smiles and takes one and lights it up and says, "That he does." And he just sort of looks and says, "Sir, if this is going to be the end, I just want you to know that the last few years it's been an honor."
Likewise, Sentinel.
Alright, he just sort of says, "Well, enough of the semantics. We have a job to do," and the Emperor is looking at us.
Yes, he is. With a magnifying glass, looking at every little detail. So let's make him proud.
So he just sort of looks on with determination and just nods solemnly. And it's around that time you guys start hearing the movement of a tracked vehicle coming.
I look through my scope.
By the way, just so you know, there's plenty of Thomas the Tank Engine remakes, but no tank sounds. So. Who the fuck remixes Thomas the Tank Engine? I mean, really?
Is it the
Like a
50 cent
Something.
one?
It's like a techno disco shit thing.
Crazy
Nice.
people do, or
Play that for a bit, it'll be fine. Hear this in the distance.
Yeah, psychological warfare.
I've only seen one episode of Thomas the Tank, and it was really dark.
It's dark in there.
It was very dark in there. It was somewhat disturbing. They like bricked this old train up like permanently in a tunnel because he didn't want to go in the rain.
What, that is pretty freaky.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow,
Wow.
that is weird. So you guys see these like heavy looking tracked vehicles, and you can immediately tell they're like chimeras. And one of them like immediately detonates this frag mine here. So does someone want to roll damage for it?
they were set on remote.
Oh, yeah, sorry, remote detonation. Alright, okay. That's a good point, I forgot about that. So it rolls over though, but it doesn't ignite it or blow it up or anything. And they like stop just about in front of you, and you can clearly see some of the gun turrets moving, and it's obvious they've seen like your line of defenses, and like they're voxing back about what to do. Then immediately following this, like the back of their armored like assault ramps open, and several hegemony infantry that look a lot more competent than the ones you fought taking the Administratum building start to file out and form squads just behind the tanks. And you can see like a huge column of like maybe 12 or so more of these chimeras like slowly turning from the main thoroughfare and like moving up this way as well. It seems like they're determined to annihilate you guys before they continue north. But right now you've just got these ones to deal with, and it'll take a few minutes before the other ones come up the road. Alright, so this has got what's called a pitched battle. In this game they do it quite a lot smarter than the previous ones. Basically they use like a mix of the horde things from Death Watch and a new thing where basically for you guys like the only thing you need to worry about is commanders, okay? So the chimeras are tanks in and of themselves, right? So like their own units still roll their own, stats and everything like that on initiative. The enemy squads are just going to roll the initiative of their sergeants, and when you shoot at them, you kill them unless you. It gets to the point where you can kill the sergeant, if you know what I mean. And the sergeant gives like running orders for like volley fire and things like that to his squads and stuff like that. So roll initiative, I guess.
By this time, Alice has cleared the maglev, right?
Yeah, he had a couple of hours cleared. There were some blockages along the track that were stopping the current, and they like blew them up with crack grenades and cleared the remains.
Why weren't we leaving?
You're
Well,
not
Because we need to kill these guys.
because you need to hold these guys off, otherwise they're going to rampage up the road and kill all your friends.
Okay.
You just need to hold them long enough to like, stop them.
Like a 10-minute timer appears across the top of the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to hold them long enough so that you guys can like, they have to waste like an hour or two clearing this area, basically.
Mhm.
To make sure there's no more of you.
I just wish we had enough explosives to collapse the buildings on top of them.
No chance of air support.
Oh, because you're being jammed by Vox communications, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why the Imperial Navy can't just bombard those artillery, like blowing your troops up, is because they were deliberately built into the mountains where artillery strikes and orbital bombardment will be ineffective. Like I said, it was all a well-laid trap by whoever enemy general decided to do it. Alright, so... Piker, you go first.
Yeah.
Just pardon, my role doesn't show up in the list ever, so
Oh, yeah.
it's something like I have to do later, but
Select your token? No?
it doesn't matter.
What did you roll?
I rolled 10.
10.
Alright. Yeah, so Piker. By the way, anyone, because the grenades and stuff, all the mines are remote, anyone can detonate them whenever they want, okay? But it takes like a full action to detonate one, alright?
Do I have a remote?
I'll say anyone that's inside the Administratum building or the bunkers does, okay? Because that makes more sense.
And I was just gonna blow them all up.
You're just gonna blow them all up instantly.
What weapons do the chimeras have?
The Chimeras have, well, as you can see on the screen there, they have a multi-laser and a heavy bolter.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that can shoot that far.
You could blow up the frag mine here if you want to do as a full action.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
a
only a 5. Oh yeah, it's a crack
It
mine.
has no range.
Oh yeah.
Because the tanks just walked around it.
They were put there before the mines were put there. You told me to put them there.
Just kidding.
I placed the Chimeras like last week, so it's just where they were.
I'm just kidding.
There will be more.
Is there anything I can do? Like,
Well, I mean, you can move. It's like totally up to you. You could just wait until they get into range. It's like totally up to you to decide what you want to do.
yeah. Actually, it's hard to like measure how far away they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
definitely. I can't hit anything.
Yeah.
All right,
Bear in
I'll just
mind-
wait.
The infantry are also behind the tanks because they're advancing behind them. So,
I'll just
Alright.
wait then.
all right. So Sergeant Parks, who is extraordinarily well aware, I need to look up the rules for this. So, the rules are in Hammer of the Emperor, I think. Yeah, rules of war. Or maybe not, maybe they're a new one. Shield of Humanity. Or maybe they are an enemies again. Yeah, there they are actually. Formations. Yeah, so these things are called formations where there's just big squads of people. I'm reading about these. If you want to read about them yourselves, you can find them in Enemies of the Imperium on page like 126 downwards about how formations work.
Again, the page. Sorry.
126. Okay, so he orders them into an Overwatch, okay? His entire group into an Overwatch. So he chooses a 90-degree arc and declares it as a kill zone that extends as far as the range of its primary weapon at the beginning of the next turn. When an enemy enters the kill zone, the formation makes a -10 ballistic skill test with a bonus equal to 5 times its unit strength. If the formation succeeds, it inflicts 1 hit on an enemy with its primary ranged weapon, plus 1 additional hit for every 2 degrees of success. Okay. So he will choose, because he's got all the back infantry, they're obviously going to point 90 degrees in that way. Alright, so Locke, your turn.
I don't think I really have any thing to do either.
You can just wait until they get closer.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold. I mean, we're literally like whites of the eyes here, probably.
Yeah, alright. Boomer, what do you want to do?
I'd like to hold as well.
Where was your mortar aimed at, by the way? Like what
Just
position?
straight down the center, and I don't know exactly where.
Well, you'll have to tell me because I need to know. So.
Yeah, but it's hard to measure, like...
You can hit everywhere,
on
like
the
literally everywhere.
zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would suggest like here.
Mm.
So when the infantry is like coming up, you full auto that bitch, and you get a very
Get them.
chunky salsa in there,
Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
on this,
and
on
probably
this line.
at the rears of the chimeras. They will make a nice blockade.
I'm just going to rename that to mortar so we know where it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll make it a 5-meter aura, I guess. Alright. Okay. Sergeant, what do you do?
I'm holding as well until
Right.
they come into range.
So, Sergeant Milo orders his men to overwatch and prepare for the volley fire. Okay, so the sergeant orders his men to advance behind the chimera when they come. This chimera starts moving, so I need to look up tanks now. What is it? Bird vehicle. Chimera armor transport, its tactical speed is 15 meters, so it moves 15 meters. So it moves to there. and the enemy squad advances behind it. Meters, so they go there. This guy likewise orders to move when the Chimera does. Sergeant Ellis orders his men to prepare an overwatch. Fett, what do you want to do?
Fet's gonna hold.
Alright. So they all move. $15 meters to there. Alright, Piker, your turn.
Alright, I detonate the top frag mine.
This one here?
Yeah, there.
Okay, it's what's the grenades? It's like blast 3, is it?
Blast 3, yeah. HD10.
Alright, roll damage.
2 to 10.
Yep, no penetration.
Actually, I just have the frag grenade thing.
Yeah, you can just roll damage on it. Okay, so blows up for 9.
Why not blow these two up?
Because a
Can't
frag
do both.
mine isn't gonna do anything against the tank.
It's under the tank. They usually do a bit more.
It under the tank has rear armor, just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so it blows up 9. Let me just see damage in them. Give me a sec, because school formations are different.
Well, it was a full action to like detonate 1, so.
Yeah. Damage. The underlings in the formation do not take damage as normal NPCs do. Instead, whenever an attack strikes one of the underlings in the formation and inflicts damage after reductions for armor and toughness, the target simply dies. Alright. All attack. Oh, because it's a blast, that's right. So it's blast 3, right?
Kills 3 of them.
Yeah, so it kills 3 of them. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys hear, you know, the usual screaming.
There's one in the middle.
Yeah. Alright, Sergeant Parks tells his men to hold still. You know, wait until they get closer. What do you do, Locke?
I'm gonna try exploding the one underneath the Lehman Russ, I think. The
Chimera.
Sorry, the Chimera.
The frag mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Load up and roll damage.
What do I have to roll for this? 2d10?
Yeah.
Yep. Need more than 16.
Yeah, it does 69. Oh, you do 1 damage.
1 damage!
What's its structural? Well, I mean, 34 more to go.
Yeah, you know.
Alright. Boomer, what do you do?
Wait for it.
Just one more.
Hmm.
Okay. Fit, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm holding in like... Hold!
Alright. Sergeant Milo likewise, you know, orders all his men to hold and wait for volley fire. This guy tells his men to advance behind the Chimeras still. This Chimera moves. And they move 15 meters to there. This guy tells his men to move behind that one, and you know, leave the dead, keep moving. Alice tells his men to wait. Fett, your turn.
Yeah, Fett's doing like the pee dance, like a little kid that has to pee because he's nervous and wants to shoot something.
But I hold.
Alright, the last guy advances.
Now!
And he gets to there. So mortar fire, yeah?
Yeah, can I do it out of turn?
No, you'll have to do it on your turn. That's
Isn't
correct.
she holding an action?
Oh yeah, you were holding axe actually, that's correct. Yeah, so you want to fire them? Alright,
Yes, I do.
you're doing a full auto, yeah?
Well, I've got 4 out of 5 rounds, so it's not quite full auto, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you're firing all 4. Alright. I think you need to make a test for each one of them because that's how indirect works. Because they
Okay.
spray all over the place. So make
So, like 4 ballistics rolls.
With -10, yeah. It's actually -20, isn't it? Because it's full auto.
But if it is full auto, then it would be the -20, the -10, and shoot everything already.
Yeah, but as far as I know, the way the indirect weapons work, each one has to be rolled individually, from what I read.
Then yeah.
Yeah. So roll 4 -20 ballistic skill test. It's to decide where the volley lands, if you know what I mean.
Oh shit.
Keep coming. Isn't 96 a jam, or is it 97?
97.
Oh shit.
Why are we giving Bermuda the ability to fire this weapon?
Because it's her weapon.
Yeah. So roll. Well, we'll do it one at a time. Roll 1d12 and then 1d10. See where the first one lands. Okay, so 6 o'clock, and how many meters? So 4. So there. So I'll just paste another one on top of it. All right, roll another one. 1d12, 1d10. So another one lands there, and again. 4 o'clock and 3 meters. Well, the south group is like fucked apparently. 4 o'clock is this way, and 3 meters is like there. And the last one, 5 o'clock and 2 meters. So yeah, it lands.
Fuck
like
South
there.
Group.
It lands there. So that south group is like fucked beyond belief. So yeah, I guess go ahead and roll 4 damage rolls. Still has to go through armor and everything. Yeah, there's chunky cells. And what was the blast? It's blast 5, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So they're all dead. Like literally, they're just all dead. So you delete the last group and like a wave of explosions.
Would this one catch the rear armor of the Chimera?
Yes, it would have actually. So we'll say that was the last one, I guess. So it won't do any damage, I suppose. None of them will do any damage anyway. Okay, so let's see. Mortar.
Boom!
That's enough explosions, I think.
Funt.
Now I need to go get a crater from somewhere else, because that deserves a crater. Like, holy shit.
Theoretically, it was actually Crater that pressed that button, right? So is he really pleased right now?
I suppose he would be, yeah.
Look what you did. Good job, boy.
Alright, let me fix it. There we go. That's a big enough crater.
Oh.
Show some blood splatter. Alright. Well, that was horrendous. Alright, so Piker, your turn. You just saw like a massive explosion.
Yeah, I just hold.
Alright.
Fast hold.
Sergeant Parks also holds. Locke, your turn.
I'm going to prepare an action to explode one of the 2 things of the bridge when something gets on it.
Alright.
And it looks like someone else is ready to also, like, blow the other part of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Can't you blow both at the same time?
No, it's one full action for each.
Alright, so your turn again, Boomer.
Oh, well. I'm just gonna hold for now.
Alright. Thermite, your turn.
Holding.
Alright. Milo holds as well. Okay, the Hegemony Chimera moves up 15 and then begins firing as it moves. So it gets here and it's going to start firing its multi-laser at Sergeant Milo's group. And it's going to fire it on, I think they can full auto. Pretty sure they can. Yep, in fact that's the only thing they can do. So he fires it in full auto. And misses, then he fires the bolter in full auto. And hits, and because they're in a formation, one of Milo's group just instantly dies. So one of the guardsmen on the front barrier just, bites the bullet and like explodes as the bolter shell like rips into shreds. And he dies in agony.
Ripping pieces.
Yep. And that's that thing's turn. This Hegemony guard gets ready to advance with the Chimera. Sergeant Ellis orders his men to volley fire on the Chimera that just came up, so they start volley firing. And they miss. I guess they hit it, but it just bounces off the shell. That makes more sense, but the volley fire is ineffective. Fat, your turn.
I still hold.
Alright. These guys move up 15 meters to about there, and the multi-laser starts firing at Milo's group again on full auto. Oh, and that one's nasty. And it kills 3 of Milo's group. Holy shit. I'm gonna say it dices these guys up here. Multi-laser just rips through those guys completely. And, yeah, they die pretty bad. Alright. And then the heavy bolter's gonna fire. And it misses. Alright, Piker, your turn. Men are dying!
Yeah, I can't really do anything though, so I prepare to blow up the other crack grenade. Crack mine.
Alright. Sergeant Parks orders his men to volley fire on the northern Hegemony Chimera. And they hit a bunch of times. Actually, they hit 3 times. So I'm gonna say... Yeah, okay. So alright, so they roll damage. I don't think they can hurt the Chimera anyway. No, they can't unless without explosives.
The front armor is
Yeah.
crazy.
Like 35. Alright, Locke, your turn.
Still waiting to blow up the bridge, I think, for the moment.
Okay. Boomer, your turn.
Yeah, not really much that I can do either at
And
this
we need
point.
firefight, there we go. Alright. Sergeant Fit, what do you do if the enemy is advancing?
Let me check my range. No. I'll use command to give everyone a +10.
Okay. Sergeant Milo and his squad continue to fire, but that'll be ineffective as well. This Hegemony Chimera starts to and gets to about here. It'll be like that, and it continues to fire its multi-laser at Milo's group.
Why not? Why not the Dix group?
And misses, and then it's going to fire at the Dix group with the heavy bolter.
Yes.
Is it like
it
15
hits.
meters from its front, or 15 meters from like?
It's from its front, yeah. So one of Parks' group bites the bullet, or the multi-laser as it were, and dies in some pretty bad agony. That scream is 10 times worse than the Wilhelm scream.
It so is. I mean, the Wilhelm scream's just comical.
Yeah. So these hegemony guys get ready to advance behind the Chimera. Well, actually, no, they spread out. So they get into firing positions between the Chimera. Like, start taking up positions behind them. And then they're going to start volley firing. Actually, no, they can only move in one turn, yeah. So they just move.
Can I shoot now? That
Yeah,
I see them?
if anyone can see them, go ahead and shoot, yeah. So if anyone else was lining up a shot, feel free to try and take them.
I'll shoot.
The way it works on formations is it's the same as attacking an individual unit, but if you roll doubles, you can choose who in the group you kill, so that includes like the sergeant and stuff, right?
Okay, so it's within range.
You can shoot up to 3 times the range.
Yep.
Yep.
So I can hit. What is it if you're shooting less, like just under 3 times the range?
It's minus 10, I think, for long range, and then it's like minus 20 or 30 for extreme.
Yep.
Long range is up to double,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it's minus 30 for extreme.
Yeah.
Aim is plus 10.
And if you do full rounds, which I believe we've been doing ever since they started moving.
Yeah.
Are
I'm
we?
going
The
to
scatter
shoot.
bonus doesn't apply at that range, right?
No,
Scatter is only point blank.
actually, you get penalties for scatter
Yeah.
at that range.
Yeah, you get even more penalties if I
You
remember.
get a -3 damage.
Oh, not the armor points are doubled against hits from scatter weapons
No,
at
no.
long or extreme range. No.
Nah, if you look in the errata, there's an errata section for scatter.
So I will semi-auto
Alright.
at full blast, along with Sentinel.
Okay.
We can only do 1 aim, right?
Yeah.
You can do a half aim for half action, or full aim for full action.
What's a full aim?
What?
Plus, full aim is bonus of plus 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So anyone else want to
hit.
fire? Like,
Well, I was wondering, was it our plan to, like, you know, blow the bridge when both the things are on it? Is that even going to happen now because of the formation change, or
you
are
have,
we going to like?
you have no idea what the enemies are going to do. You just have to judge it yourself.
I mean, like, you know, like
I hit.
Harriel's the one in command here, so like,
Yeah, just stay ready to blow it up.
I mean,
Do they dodge or anything?
No, they don't dodge. If you hit, you kill one, at least, and per 2 degrees of success, you kill another. So, and if you roll doubles, like 44 or something, you can choose who you target.
So I'll just kill the nearest one.
All right. So he dies, screaming as he gets, hit. I'm not gonna run the Wilhelm scream for now. And you hit 2 of them and kill 2 of them, Sergeant Fit. Ooh, that was the sergeant. Shit. Fuck. Okay, I messed up. Let me fix that. This guy is now the sergeant.
You've been promoted.
Yeah.
Battlefield promotions, yo.
Okay. So Sergeant Alice orders his men to volley fire on the enemy infantry. And they kill one. Fat, your turn again.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
That thing is surprisingly accurate. Oh, it was a miss.
Yeah, I shot the tank. I wanted to blow the tank up.
Alright, so the Chimera continues to fire its multi-laser. It's going to start trying to spray it at Alice's squad on the higher echelons of the building. And it misses and fires its heavy bolter. And that hits, and it kills 2 of the Grenadiers. Alright. So Biker, as it becomes your turn, you guys hear some more rumblings of tracks, and you can see that the convoy of enemy troops has reached the rest of its advanced guard, and is beginning to get ready to attack you as well.
Shit. Alright. I'll blow up the other crack mine there. At the back.
Yeah, the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, roll damage.
It's just a normal crack grenade, right?
Yep.
Bam.
Nice.
Okay, that's to its rear armor, which is 16, I think, yeah?
Yep.
So it would reduce it so it takes 8 damage.
Ooh.
Directly to its hull.
You said it has like 40 something, right?
It's like 35 structural integrity or something.
We're so fucking dead.
Okay, so this one advances 15 meters. You blew that. Sergeant Parks like vox into you and says, "There's too many of them, sir. We need to pull back. Just blow the bridge and let's get out of here." He's voxing that to you, by the way, Sentinel.
Yep.
Do you ignore him?
For now, I'm focused. I'm saying keep shooting the infantry.
He and his men continue to volley fire, but they're not really making much contact. Most of it impacts the hull of the Chimeras and doesn't do much damage. This hegemony Chimera advances, despite the fact it got blown up a bit. 2 more meters, there you go. Locke, your turn.
Does it look like this one isn't going to go any further forwards yet?
It's still moving, like in game terms. It's definitely trying to get across the bridge.
Well, to me, 15 meters looks like it will literally get there and thus like be still on the bridge. That's right, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, well, I will hold until I see it move forwards, and the second I see it move forwards, I'm just going to blow the bridge.
Alright. You can only blow one of them, so which side are you
Yeah,
going to blow?
I'm going to be blowing the front one.
Alright. Boomer, what do you do?
I'll just casually fire at that formation
Alright, go for it.
in semi-auto. Okay, I don't remember the modifiers.
It's just flat, and well, I guess you're going to get +5 from your companion, so it'll just be +5.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Which Chimera is this? It's this one. This one moves up 15 meters and like bursts through the fire. Fit, your turn.
The infantry. Half aim, single shot.
Alright. with Sentinel helping you, I guess. Okay, so you kill
Headshot.
1 and then 2 more, so you killed 3. And it wasn't a double, so alright. Okay. Sergeant Milo continues to fire at the enemy infantry. And misses. Sergeant Ellis likewise. And he will order his men to fire crack grenades at the Chimera over here with their grenade launchers. And 2 of them hit, so 2 crack grenades against the front hull. How much damage is it? For crack grenades. 2d10 plus 4, yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
6.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
So I'll try and confirm the Righteous Fury, I guess.
That one might do something.
First one didn't do anything, but 24 with pen 6 against the front armor. And it did, the first critical wasn't confirmed. Second critical was confirmed, so critical hits on tanks. Let's have a look at it.
Explode the ammo.
Stuff
Killing
like
everyone
that.
in a 60 meter radius.
In a 600 meter radius.
You need to determine the hit location first.
It was on the front.
But there's like motive systems, hull, weapon, turret.
Yeah, I know. Okay, how do I do that?
What was the roll? It's on page 275.
It has disturbed the machine spirit. Roll on the perils of the warp table.
Oh, okay, location.
Ollie
Alright.
appears, becomes a demon host.
So the
We are
location
fucked.
was on the motive system.
Okay. So now you can get the critical hit chart
Yeah.
on the motive system.
So it's 1 to 5. So roll 1d5 for me. Just one of you do it. You do it, Ariel.
Do you want higher numbers now?
You won high.
So the
Make Bermuda
vehicle,
points.
the vehicle is knocked violently from its current position, but otherwise no major damage is caused. The vehicle may only move up to its tactical speed next turn, which is what it was doing anyway.
Yeah.
So 24 damage, pen 6 against 35 is no damage.
Yep.
Yeah, so it literally just like jarred it a bit, that's it. Alright. Fett, your turn.
Can I see the last 2 troopers behind the Chimera?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try to shoot one of them.
This will probably be the last round before we call it a week this week.
My head.
Alright, so you kill 1.
Only the sergeant left. Yay!
This Chimera advances 15 meters. You hear, and you blow it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your crack grenade goes off, and it explodes, and the bridge collapses down. And the Chimera is at the bottom, and it's a heaping wreck at the bottom, because it can't move. So let's get some.
Everything's on fire.
Whoa. This tank is on fire.
Alright, so you kill the tank. Well, an armored carrier, I guess. Congrats. This guy's gonna retreat to behind this Chimera.
Can I hear like the screams of people burning alive inside there?
Probably.
Oh,
Do you want to actually hear them?
please. Ah, yeah.
You sick fuck. So this guy fires this multi-laser into Milo's group. and misses, and then the heavy bolter into. It'll fire it in the general direction of the bunker that Piker and Box are in,
Oh, of course.
and misses. Alright, so we're going to call it a week this week, and we'll see what happens next week.
Retreat. That's what's going to happen.
And then you'll
4
find
fucking
out.
tanks? No way.
Well, there's more coming as well. There's like a whole
Exactly.
column of them.
No way.
But we'll see what happens when you guys retreat into the sewers and the maglev line and see if you can go and rescue your comrades from the doom of being annihilated by our heavy artillery fire. Alright, so there definitely is some experience this week. So you got 100 for capturing the Administratum building, you got 100 for discovering the maglev system, and you got 100 for killing the Xenos beasts below the Administratum building that were hunting you guys. So you got 300 so far, okay?
Woo!
It was a bad idea to hunt those down.
So
Yakety
300
yakety
experience.
yakety.
Noted.
So yeah, what was the total?
300.
So, do you guys like the way the campaign's going?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We are so fucked.
Welcome to the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, no, it's totally.
Well, I'm alright because the Emperor loves me, but the rest of you lot are in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I've already been shot and eaten a bit.
Yeah, you got blandered on the face, but yeah.
Just a little nibble. Meow. Oh.
Well, I think that's it for tonight. Then thank you very much, Warren, for GMing. Thank you everyone else for coming and playing the game. And all you people on YouTube, thank you for like, favorite, follow, subscribe, all those nice things. Comment. If you're on Reddit, comment as well. Thank you all you Reddit people. We love you.
Hi, Reddit.
Bye.